How does a racing driver become more than an athlete? For decades, the roar of a V8 engine and the sight of a red Holden charging across the Australian landscape meant one thing: Peter Brock. To millions of Australians, he wasn't just a racing champion. He was a hero, a household name, and for many, the very face of Australian motorsport. But Brock's story was never just about winning races. It was about a country finding a sporting icon at exactly the right moment. The story unfolds at Australia's most famous race circuit, Mount Panorama in the city of Bathurst. Each year, thousands of fans packed the hillsides overlooking the track. Campfires flickered through the night, the smell of barbecues drifted across the mountain, and the thunder of powerful V8 engines echoed through the valleys. It was here that Peter Brock would earn the nickname the King of the Mountain. Born in rural Hurstbridge on the 26th of February, 1945, Brock grew up far from the spotlight. Yet by the 1970s, he was becoming one of the most recognisable faces in Australian sport. Peter Brock's rise began with raw talent and perfect timing. Australian car culture was booming. Holden and Ford were battling for supremacy both on the road and on the racetrack. Motorsport wasn't simply entertainment. It was part of everyday Australian life. In 1972, Brock won his first Bathurst 1000. It would be the beginning of a remarkable relationship with the mountain. Then came 1979. Brock delivered an astonishing performance. He won the race by 6 laps and even set the fastest lap on the final circuit of the race. It was dominance almost beyond belief. The crowds loved him. Unlike many sporting stars, Brock seemed approachable. He spoke with ordinary Australians, signed autographs for hours, and embraced the fans who travelled hundreds of kilometres just to see him race. By the 1980s, Peter Perfect had become a national icon. Yet success brought challenges. In the mid-1980s, Brock became convinced that a device known as the energy polarizer could improve vehicle performance and safety. The controversial claim caused a major split with Holden and shocked the motorsport community. Many expected the disagreement to destroy his career. Instead, Brock adapted. He continued racing, continued winning, and gradually rebuilt his reputation. The controversy became just one chapter in a much larger story. What truly separated Brock from other champions was his ability to connect with Australians. At Bathurst, spectators would climb trees and crowd fences for a glimpse of him. Children collected posters bearing his image. Families debated Ford versus Holden, but even many Ford supporters quietly admired Brock's skill behind the wheel. Across his career, Brock won the Bathurst 1009 times, a record that stood as one of the greatest achievements in Australian motorsport. Then came the tragedy. On the 8th of September 2006, while competing in the Targa West Rally near Perth, Brock lost control of his car and was killed instantly. Australia was stunned. Race fans gathered at Mount Panorama, leaving flowers, flags, and handwritten messages. For many, it felt as though they had lost a family member. Legends are often measured by victories. Peter Brock won races, championships, and records. But his greatest achievement was something far rarer. He became part of Australia's story. Today, Peter Brock remains one of Australia's most beloved sporting figures. His name lives on through racing trophies, museums, documentaries, and the memories of generations who watched him compete. At Mount Panorama, his achievements remain woven into the identity of the circuit itself. More than 20 years after his death, Brock still represents determination, humility, and the uniquely Australian love affair with cars, competition, and the open road. If you enjoyed this story and would like to see more forgotten, unusual, and fascinating chapters of Australian history, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. New videos are released regularly, exploring the places, people, and events that help shape Australia, often hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.